Reno 1868 FC's favorite son. That's what we're gonna call you. How are you doing, Sam? How's everything going?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Doing well. Keep myself busy, and yeah, it's tough and it sucks, and we miss you guys and miss everything, but yeah, just hanging in there.
What do you have to say to all of the fans in the middle of all of this craziness?
Yeah, I think first of all, I appreciate all the support that I've had since I've been here. Obviously, been a part of a lot of ups and downs with each other. And as of right now, like I know it sucks. No one wants to be out there more than we do. But at the same time, we know it's important, and we have to do what we have to do right now. But just know that I hope that we get back, and when we do, that we're gonna be playing with the same energy and passion and desire that we had before. And we can't wait to see you guys and have that interaction again, hopefully. And if not, then we'll figure out a way to still have some type of interaction with you guys, I hope. And yeah, and hopefully, like whatever the league decides to do, we can perform our best, and hopefully come back with Torino with the thing we always want. So I say just keep being positive and prepare yourself hopefully for some games, and yeah, and we'll bring the energy, and it'll be a good reunion.
Do you have any motivational statement that you want to make for those people who are struggling right now in the community?
Yeah, I just say, it's a good time to sort of reflect on yourself and see if there's, something you wanted to work on, didn't have time to do. Like now you have the time to do it. So invest in yourself, no matter what that is. If there's a friend you wanted to call and you haven't called in forever, call them now. Family, now's the time. You got no excuse. The internet's still there. We're using it more than ever right now. So whatever it is, whoever it is, reach out, do your best, work hard, and things will get better.
I haven't been around for a little bit, and I know you didn't really get a chance to see the 2020 squad too much before this all happened. How do you feel like the guys that have come through lately compare to what you have seen so far with Reno 1868?
Yeah, I think Ian and the staff do a great job of recruiting the type of players for the amount of work that we do. So I think that's quite similar. The amount of work and the discipline that we have on both sides of the ball is definitely there. I think we're a very fit group. To be fair, I think we're a bit higher than we were last season, which based on our work ethic and the style of play that we do play, that's going to be a huge benefit for us, especially now having that base already before this pandemic. Hopefully puts us in a good spot to keep improving and go up from there. So I think the work rate is really good, and the group of guys, I think we've gelled really well too. Like we had a big turnover, lots of new players. So yeah, I think, like you said, didn't get as many games in together as we wanted, but from a starting point, I say we're very gelled and very together. So I think it'll be exciting. Hopefully we get back into the games.
Being one of those people that we've already labeled as a fan favorite in Reno, you started off here very early on and have kind of worked your way up instead of, being here and being in the team instantly. Can you describe, I guess, that kind of experience of working your way into that role that you now have as being that fan favorite who's worked his way through the lineup? And what else can we expect from you as a result of that work ethic that we got from you?
Yeah, I think, as every young player, you want to jump in and you want to, be part of the action immediately. And at first, it was quite frustrating. But, it definitely turned a switch inside of me, I think, and showed that it's not always up to me, and I could only control what I could control. So from that point on, I just had to constantly work and try and be the hardest worker and show coach that I'm ready. And like you said, my first year didn't really get too much out of me, and then I worked hard in the off season and stayed focused. And I thought that I developed a pretty good relationship with the staff and everyone in that first year. And that second year, I got thrown in right away, and you have to take a chance. I think that's what every young player wants, is just the opportunity to go prove that they're able to be there. So for me, it was different. You know, a lot of players go through their careers and they play every minute, they play every game. So when you get to that point where it's different, it really challenges you, and you have to think, you know, is this actually where I am, or can I push myself a bit more and, you know, focus on that? So yeah, it was big for me and for my mentality, and I think I've become a much better player because of it. So moving forward, you know, I think there's always room to improve. So yeah, you know, I thought I had quite a good season last year, and looking to improve on that this year. In a few different roles, depending on where Ian wants me. So, yeah, I think coming out of this pandemic, I'm going to be, you know, more focused than ever, more motivated. Obviously, we don't know what we have to prepare for exactly, what format or how many games or any of that. But, yeah, I just think I'm still going to be the same focused, work ethic-based player. And, yeah, and hopefully have another good season. But obviously want to do a little bit better. And, you know, second place last year. I think, you know, we can hopefully push for first and then go a little bit further in playoffs. So, yeah, I'm excited, more motivated than ever, and I know the guys are too.
And I've been asking this to you know, all the coaches and players that we've talked to. So, but I got to throw this out. If we get back to this season and it's a short 2020 season, would you prefer it to be in a split conference style where you only play like maybe 4 or 5 different clubs and then it goes into a playoff? Or would you rather it be like a Champions League style tournament with a group stage and then a knockout stage thereafter to decide who's the 2020 champion?
To be honest, I don't really mind either. I think obviously the Champions League style might be a little bit quicker of a season. But then again, it depends how much rest they would want to give us. So I think that could be interesting. Always wanted to play in a kind of a big tournament style like that, so that could be kind of cool. But yeah, I think the playing the smaller divisions, split up the West into a bit smaller. You know, that could be good too. And then maybe do a little tournament off that, like 2 teams from each mini division, or, you know, whatever, to get a little playoffs off of that could be an idea as well. But I think if I had to choose one, I'd probably say the Champions League format.
Last week we talked to Corey, and he says that you are the person he talks to the most out of anybody on the team. What's that like? What are some of these conversations that you guys have? And I guess, what's your relationship with other people on the team besides Corey?
Yeah, so Corey does talk a lot. He's you know, he's that veteran too. He's always talking and picking on the young guys, and, you know, he brings a lot of humor to the team. And he's my roommate on trips. You know, we've bonded quite a bit. So yeah, he's a good guy to have around. We talk about anything and everything. Obviously, there's no sports right now, so he's got nothing to watch, so he's a little bored. I'm actually hopping on a call with him after this. So yeah, we're in constant contact every day. But yeah, he's the rest of the guys on the team. Like I said, they're good. I think having a lot of new guys come in, they always bring a few different experiences and points of views, and yeah, the locker room's good. I think guys from previous years, a couple have moved lockers and moved around, and we've mingled with the new guys. So yeah, I think it's good. We got no crazy guys on the team. We got no grumpy guys. You know, we have a few more leaders, people that speak out, and some motivators. So I think we have a good balance of guys. There's no one that I can think of that's super quiet. So yeah, it's an exciting locker room to be a part of.
In supporter groups, we are supporters of the whole team in general. But how does it feel to have your own fan club with Douglas Alley?
Yeah, it's good. It's crazy. I mean, they are a mad group of people, but it's we love having them at the games, obviously, and yeah, it's pretty cool. It's something you've always dreamed about having. And they keep us honest. They keep us on our toes. They let us know when we're not playing well, and they let us know when we are. So it's Yeah, it's pretty cool.
How are you staying fit during the pandemic?
Yeah, so for me, we've been taking it a bit more seriously here than some of the other guys due to we're living with my fiance's parents who have the compromised immune system. So we've been very strict staying inside. So obviously our strength coach and fitness coach, he's worked really, really hard for me. So I've been jump roping. It's been my main source of fitness. Also, we live on the top floor of our building, so lots of stairs. So I've been running up and down them. And then in the hallway as well. I've been doing some shuttles and some sprints as well as some ball work in the hallway. I think we might try and explore some parks, some big open spaces if we're able to, just to kind of open up the legs a little bit. But for me, I have a bench and some weights. So I've been doing gym in the living room or outside in the balcony if it's nice outside. So yeah, just every little thing I can, watching my diet, everything. Yeah, I got my foam roller, massage gun, everything to keep my body feeling well. So, the league could say, okay, things have changed, things are looking up. We're starting in 3 weeks, so 4 weeks, who knows? So just doing what I can. Jump rope is definitely the main source of fitness, which is different because I've never been good at jump rope. So had to practice and learn how to be good at that. So I feel fit and I feel good. Like I said, we'll go out to a park at some point, hopefully soon. And I'll see how I am compared to other guys' numbers, because guys have been going out when it's safe to do so and sending in numbers. So and the numbers have been good. So the guys look fit.
Your story with soccer, how did it begin, and what's your favorite team to cheer for in the world right now? I mean, obviously not right now, but when all this is done, who are you rooting for?
So being born in England, it was a little bit different. I didn't have a choice. So I was born and an Arsenal kit was thrown on me. So big Arsenal fan, always have been, always will be. Been to a game at Highbury before they switched over with Henry and Bergkamp and all that. So Arsenal through and through. I think I have 30, 40 kits. So yeah, it's a big family club. So yeah.
You've been here for a while. Are you fans of any American sports? And if so, like, what teams do you tend to glom onto?
For me, I mean, I'll watch any sport really. I'd say my favorite sport to watch besides soccer is probably basketball. And obviously my parents live in Arizona, so I lived there for a while, grew up there. So Phoenix Suns, they're my team. I don't, obviously I like to watch LeBron James, as I'm sure those people do. But as a whole, it's definitely the Phoenix Suns. We having a little bit better of a season this year. Haven't been good since Steve Nash left. So it's been tough. But yeah, I'd say across sports in America, probably all the Arizona teams, just because it was a local team.
Are there any local businesses that you've been frequenting that you want to give a shout out to right now?
Yeah, so our bar, we live just across the street from our bar, and my fiance does the social media for the bar, so we go and frequently, support them with the takeout food. Also Liberty, we go. I think usually we try to go on Friday, just take a small walk down there, get a pizza, maybe some wine. I know they've been really good for the community. Yeah, just other little places, but those two are probably the main two.
You haven't seen The Mandalorian, but I am kind of curious as to who your picks for those positions would be. So you've got you got the Grizzle Vet, you've got like the badass Mandalorian, and then you've got cute baby Yoda. Who would your picks be?
Well, I don't know too much about the traits of these characters, but I think the vet with Brent is very accurate from what I see. I don't know the Mandalorian. So give me some more background on that.
All
like,
right.
Why did you pick?
Well, how much time you got?
He's pretty much, he gets work done. He's a workhorse. He's a badass. He's pretty quiet. I think kind of mostly a shoot first, ask questions later, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's the best we can give you in the amount of time that we have.
Yeah, I'd say Corey's not a bad shout. I'd say Foster too.
Mm.
He's a very go and get it, constantly working type guy, and I don't know if he always thinks about everything before he says it or does it. So yeah, maybe Foster's a good shout for that one.
Mhm.
Baby Yoda. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I mean, Benji maybe for Baby Yoda.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'd say those guys, but Brent definitely fits the
Yeah,
bet.
yeah, that one was pretty unanimous, I think, with the three of us and all of our listeners, or the ones that
Yeah.
responded at least.